Good morning, students. Welcome to the class 3 of SYBSc Biotechnology. So, students, before starting with a new unit, let us revise the topics which we have discussed in our previous lectures, like starting from introduction to types of organic reactions and the classification of organic reactions in detail with suitable examples. So in today's lecture, we are going to revise the same. And the link of both the videos I shall provide you in the description box so that it will become easier for you to refer the same. So let's get started. So students, in our first lecture, we have started with the term chemistry, right? Chemistry, we have seen that it is an important branch of science which deals with the study of composition, structure, and properties of matter and the reactions by which one form of matter may be converted into another form. Then we have also discussed that why it is called as a central science. Students, we know that chemistry is an active, evolving science and is of vital importance to the entire world, isn't it? Though the subject has very ancient roots, but it is a modern science and its basic knowledge is essential for development of different subjects. Therefore, it is called as a central science. Then students, we have also discussed about the different branches of chemistry. Due to rapid growth of science and enormous knowledge available about chemistry, the subject of chemistry has been divided into several branches like physical, inorganic, organic, analytical, and biochemistry. Then students, we have also discussed about mechanism of organic reaction, which is a complete step-by-step description of exactly which bonds break and which bonds form, in what manner and in what order to give the observed products. Students, we know that in organic molecules, atoms are linked through covalent bonds, which are made up of shared pair of electrons. So during organic reactions, the old bonds in reactants are broken and the new bonds are formed. The bond breaking generally results in the formation of a reactive species, which react further to give products. Thus, the bond breaking and formation always involve shifting of electrons between bonds and atoms. These electronic shifts are represented by curved arrows. We have seen that curved arrows are used to indicate the direction in which the movement of electron takes place, that is, from bond to the atom or from atom to the bond. We have also discussed that there are two types of curved arrows, double barbed arrow and single barbed arrow or fish hook arrow, which explains the movement of pair of electrons or a single electron. Clear? Then students, we have also discussed about bond fission, that is the process of breaking or cleavage of a covalent bond is known as bond fission. That is, bond fission takes place in two ways, homolytic fission and heterolytic fission. Students, in homolytic bond fission, the covalent bond breaks such that each fragment gets one electron from the shared pair of electrons, and the resulting fragment may be neutral atom or a group of atoms having unpaired electrons, and hence they are called as free radicals, right? So during homolysis, the shared pair of electrons in the bond are equally distributed. These reactions are also called as non-polar reactions. And in case of heterolytic bond fission, the covalent bond breaks such that one of the fragments gets both the electrons from shared pair in the bond. The fragment which gets the electron pair becomes negatively charged, that is anion, whereas the other fragment which does not get any electron becomes positively charged, that is cation. That is, we can say that during heterolysis, the shared pair of electrons are not equally distributed, and such type of reactions are called as polar reactions or ionic reactions. Then next we have discussed was the types of reactions, that is single step reaction and multi-step reaction. So students, in a single step reaction, the reactants first change into a transition state which then changes into a product. Secondly, in a multi-step reaction, reactants first change into an intermediate of reactive species through a transition state, and in the second step, intermediate changes into product through another transition state. Then students, in our class 2, we have discussed about the term reagent. We have seen that a reagent is a substance which initiates a reaction by attacking the substrate, finally resulting in a product. And a part of substrate which is cleaved is called as a leaving group. And we have also discussed that inorganic molecules like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, etc. could be considered as reagents. During the reaction, the reagent either supplies or takes electrons for the bond formation. Thus, depending on whether the reagent is electron acceptor or donor, it is classified into two important types, that is electrophilic reagent and nucleophilic reagent. We have seen that electrophilic reagents, that is electrophiles, are electron deficient molecules, and in Greek they are called as electron lovers. Now, so students, we can say that these are electron acceptors, so can be considered as Lewis acids. Similarly, nucleophilic reagents, nucleophiles are electron rich reagents which donates electron pairs for formation of a bond during reaction. They are called as nucleus loving in Greek. They are also considered as Lewis bases since they are electron donors. Therefore, they are considered as Lewis bases. The next thing we have discussed was chemical reaction. Chemical reaction, a process in which substance interact producing chemically new substance under appropriate conditions of temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. Then students, we have seen that organic compounds can be transformed into product, and the process, that is organic reaction, is represented by a stoichiometric equation. And most organic reactions belong to one of the 5 main classes, that is substitution reaction, addition reaction, elimination reaction, rearrangement reaction, redox reaction, that is oxidation and reduction reactions. So students, next we have discussed about the classification of reactions, that is based on changes occurring in the substrate, types of covalent bond fission, nature of reagent used, and kinetics of the reaction. So students, classification based on changes occurring in substrate, which includes 4 important categories, that is substitution reaction, addition reaction, elimination reaction, and rearrangement reactions. So students, the expected questions are: explain in detail the classification of organic reactions, or define substitution reaction along with suitable examples. Similarly, addition reactions with suitable examples and elimination reactions with suitable examples. So students, in our next lecture, we shall start with a new unit, that is green chemistry. Till then, take care.